Hi, this is Jay with JLT, and we make unique one-off products for late model Ford Mustangs, trucks, and Dodge Hemi cars. Everything from carbon fiber intake tubes with integrated MAFs, textured plastic, body color, GT500 products, big air kits, Cobras with integrated MAF, mass air meter and filter in the fender well, color matched. We also do our own line of oil separators that we designed ourselves and have been very popular. Well, there's a new oil separator that just hit the market, and we're going to show it to you here. And here it is, a new oil separator on the market. No, there's not two of them, there's just one. Here's our Jlt Oil Separator that's been out for years, sold thousands on everybody's car. This isn't a Jlt. Sure looks like one. Exact same size, same threads, same shape. This is the new Shelby Oil Separator. Now, we've sold oil separators to Shelby for years. They put them on the Shelby 1000. But now they've come out with their own. And we're wondering where they got the design. Now, it's not exactly the same on the outside, although overall dimensions mic up to be exactly the same. It's the exact same size, the exact same shape. Now, where they used their innovation, they put a hex on the bottom versus a knurl. That's what made it different. But is that something you'd expect from such a huge company? You know, we're a small company, we're 5 people. They're God knows how many people and designers, and this is what they came up with for their new oil separator. Well, let's see how close they are. Let's take the bottom off of the Shelby. Let's take the bottom off of the JLT. They even interchange. Look at that. Exactly the same. Now, what is different is Shelby's saying that you don't need a filter. We use a metal mesh filter to keep the oil out of the intake system. They use nothing. They've got a screen in the can that is supposed to keep the oil out of your intake. So they didn't copy it 100%. But we're going to go ahead and test the efficiency of an oil separator without a filter. Okay, we've got lots of testing going on with these oil separators, and one thing we need to know is how much can the separator actually hold. So it should be right around 1.5 ounces is going to be full. So there's 1 ounce. There's 1/2. Yeah, 1.5 ounces. Puts it right to the threads. So at that point, it's basically at the bottom of the hole, so it's not going to do anything anymore. So really, the most that we're going to be able to capture is going to be 1.5 ounces of oil. 1.5 ounces of oil is a lot of oil, especially in between oil changes. But the goal is to be able to capture an ounce, between 1 ounce and 1.5 ounces, and hold it. Okay, we know that the container can hold 1.5 ounces. That's pretty full, so I'm going to go ahead and put 1.5 ounces in our clear jar. There's one. And 1/2. Now we want to show you how we're improving upon the oil separator from JLT. We've got a prototype filter that we're working on in the separator now. We've got 1.5 ounces of oil, and we're going to start slowly drawing it in through the separator. Go too fast. We want it to be extreme conditions but realistic at the same time. Already got about a ½ ounce in there, nothing coming out. Got the whole thing in there. There's a full ounce and a half. And now it just starts to come out because it's full in the can. You're going to stop it and you're going to empty it well before that. So let's see what we got. We put 1.5 ounces of oil into it before we started getting any coming out the other side. Now 1.5 ounces is representative of about 1,500 to 2,000 miles. Look at that. Full all the way to the threads. No funny business, no special tests, no pushing air through it. Drawing it just like it would be on an engine. Okay, we've got the Shelby separator on. We've got 1.5 ounces of oil. We've got a clean, clear vial on the back side. And we're going to slowly start releasing the oil into the separator. We got hardly any oil. We got hardly any oil come out of this. We're already getting oil coming out of the separator. Go ahead and clean everything up and we'll do it again. Look at it, it's still coming out. Okay, we're going to do that again because that was so poor, but I just want to show right from the start. Okay, we've got a clean, empty separator can. We've got the two screens, and we've got the head unit all cleaned out, and the vial is empty. Okay, it doesn't get any more real world than this. We've got an ounce of oil, we've got a valve, we've got a separator, we've got a clear tank, we've got it on an engine, a supercharged engine, drawing vacuum, not pushing air through like other tests have been done. So we're going to go ahead and just slowly let some oil in. You see the bubbles starting to go, it's just barely trickling in. Oh, there it is already. Look at that. It's already bypassing the separator and going into the second tank, which would then in turn be your engine. I don't have a tenth of an ounce of oil in there. But somehow computer simulated tests showed that this is going to work perfect with no filter. Okay, just to prove to you that I'm not playing around with anything, I'm going to let this sit here and leave the engine running. I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to show you what's inside the separator. Okay, there's still oil dripping down in there. Okay, get that off of there. Let's get these out of here. Let's come over here. That's it. That is all the oil the separator could handle before it started spitting out the other side. I think it needs a filter. Now it may look the same, but it obviously doesn't work the same. Their computer simulated test shows that it doesn't need a filter. Well, I beg to differ. That separator doesn't hold oil. This test is easy to do. If you don't believe me and you think it's just biased because I'm the one who makes the JLT and I'm the one whose product was knocked off, do the test yourself. It's easy. I'll even show you. Go ahead and get a clear vial air water separator from your local Home Depot. Take the filter out of the inside. Rig up some hose. I've got factory lines here. You can use rubber hose. I got a T with a valve. I went to the dollar store. I got a clear travel container. This is a 3-ounce container. We're basically putting 1.5 ounces, measuring it out with a turkey baster that's got measurements on it for ounces, and we're able to give an accurate measurement of how much oil we're putting in here and then how much oil we're putting in there. Ours, with the prototype filter that's coming out in late June, early July, will hold a whole 1.5 ounces, which is all it will hold. Shelby with no filter at all held pretty much nothing. Do the test. If you don't believe me, do the test.